of all, mean of binomial distribution. In the short form I am writing this binomial distribution. So we can denote it as expectation of x. This formula already you all know. This is the formula of mean or expectation of a discrete random variable. Remember this thing. This is binomial distribution is only applicable to discrete random variable. Okay, not for continuous one. So in this case we have derived some sort of expression for p of x. Okay, let us put that expression, that is x equal to 0 to n, x is as it is. In place of p of x you can put ncx p of x q n minus x. Okay, now put all the values of x up to n, then you will have the expression something like this: nc0 p of 0 q of n plus 1 nc1 p of raised to the power 1 q n minus 1 plus 2 nc2 p to the power 2 q to the power n minus 2 plus dot 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 n p to the power n. This will be your expression if you expand this summation. Okay, then out of all these terms we can take n p as common, and whatever part within this you can represent in the form of q plus p to the power n minus 1. And ultimately, as all of you know that p plus q is 1, then ultimately you will get np 1 raised to the power n minus 1, ultimately it will be np. So what you have to remember? You have to remember that mean of a binomial distribution is equal to np. What is n and p? These are the parameters of binomial distribution. Okay, what is all these things? Because all these terms they contain 1 n, and so rest of the things you can write down by expanding. Like the first term will be q n minus 1, but no need to write this thing. N minus 1 c1 q n minus 2 p plus dot dot dot. Okay, so ultimately this equation will be converted to p plus q raised to power n minus 1, which will be equal to 1, and ultimately you will get the mean of the binomial distribution, that is np. Okay, so what you want to remember? You want to remember that mu or mean will be equal to np for binomial distribution. Okay, so variance formula already we know for discrete random variable. What is this? E of x square minus mu, or mu mean square. Okay, so in place of e of x square, again we can put the summation x equal to 0 and this will be your x square p of x minus mu square. Okay, so in place of p of x, again we can put the equation x equal to 0, and this will be your x square n c x p of x q of n minus x minus mu square. Okay, so in place of this formula, or after the derivation, you will get npq as the variance. Okay, so ultimately what you have to remember? You have to remember that mean is coming NP, variance is coming NPQ. Standard deviation, already we know that standard deviation is the variance under root, so ultimately what will be NPQ under root. Again mode you have to remember that this will be integral part of n plus 1 p if n plus 1 is not an integer. Again this will be equal to n plus 1 p and n plus 1 p minus 1 if n plus 1 p is an integer. The meaning is that mode will be of two types. If you find n plus 1 is not an integer, then this will be the integral part of n plus 1 p, and if it is an integer, then simply you have to find out n plus 1 p or n plus 1 p minus 1. This will be the mode. Okay.